Good afternoon, fifth grade scholars of Purdue and Tennessee. It is now time for character and fitness of the day. You guys are getting very, very close to the end of your day. I know lunchtime is coming up, so it's time to get pumped up right before lunch. All right, for two Tennessee scholars, you're coming off the weekend. I hope you had a great weekend and you're almost through the toughest day of the week, which is Monday. So here's some energy to get you through Monday. And for Purdue, you guys have already conquered Monday. I hope you had a great weekend as well, and you're halfway through Tuesday. By the time you know it, you'll be Wednesday, and when hump day starts, when you get to hump day, the week will start to roll. So here's some energy for you guys. Both of you guys got it. Um, we're gonna have the same type of routine we had last week. All right, we're gonna do some music, daily routine exercise, know your body, and then character trait, and then we'll be done with character and fitness for today. So we're gonna get right into that 2 minute music break. Remember, you don't have to pause this video. Leave the video up, open up a new tab, or use your phone. But we are taking a 2 minute music break to get our mood switched over to a character fitness mood. I'll see you back here in 2 minutes. All right, fifth grade scholars of Purdue and Tennessee. That 2 minute music break is over. It's now time to rise to our feet. We're going to get started with our daily routine exercise for the day. As you're coming to your feet, make sure you're getting a big stretch in. All right, get that body loosened up so that it's ready to exercise. All right, we're about to get started with our daily routine exercise of the day. All right, so that first exercise is always we are going to use some jumping jacks. All right, but remember, make sure you get that big stretch in. Make sure scholars who wants to be coach of the day on Wednesday for Tennessee and Thursday for Purdue, make sure you're paying attention to the order of which we are doing our exercises. All right. Also, guys, uh, make sure we're digging into these exercises, really trying our best to do them so that way when we're live, where our body is more adjusted and able to do them. All right. So when I say go, each fifth grade scholar for Purdue and Tennessee will do 10 jumping jacks. All right. Ready, go. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 9, and 10. All right, we're off and running, fifth grade scholars. We have completed our first daily routine exercise of the day. We're off and running. All right, make sure you guys, like I said, dive into these exercises. Really try your hardest while doing them, and hopefully, you'll see an increase in stamina or increase in strength because we're getting later into school year. So you've been doing these things for a while. All right. So Coach Peter's gonna say go again, and we're gonna do our second set of jumping jacks. All right. Ready? Go. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, fifth grade. So I'm gonna move this out of our way so that it's not blocking. All right, We are completed our first of 5 day routine exercises. Guys, notice I'm in GLA, right? Can't wait till you guys are here joining me. But notice I'm in GLA. So if we have any distractions, whether that be the heater being too loud or any random sounds, or if somebody comes in and asks Coach P a question, let's try really, really hard to ignore those type of things. That way we are focusing in on what the task is that Coach P has laying out for us. All right, I know I'm in GLA. It's a 20, 25 other people in the building. So let's just try our best to ignore any distractions that may pop up. All right, we're going to move on to our second exercise of the day. That exercise is a squat. We're starting with our arms out. Coach P is going to say go, and each scholar is going to do 10 squats. All right, get your arms out. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, guys, we're rolling right along. That is number one of our second exercise of the day, which is the squat. Send Coach P some energy. As you can see, I don't have on my normal athletic gear. Pants are a little tight, right? They're flexible, so it works out, but still, it's pants nonetheless. So send me some energy. Hopefully, I can get through this last set of squats in my tight, skinny jeans. All right. So let's go on to our second set of squats. Let's start with those arms out. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, great job, great job. You guys are doing an awesome job. I know that you are because you always do such an awesome, awesome job. All right, so we're rolling right along. We completed 2 of our 5 daily routine exercises. Have just 3 more to go. Coach P is setting a timer. We're about to get into some running exercises. All right, so we're about to get into those running exercises. We have made it to that part of class. All right, I set a 10-second timer. I'll say go. And each scholar is going to jog in place for 10 seconds. All right, timer is set. Now ready, go. Get a good jog in 5 seconds. All right, there is the first buzzer. That means we have jogged in place for 10 seconds. All right, take a bit of a break. Make sure you stretch that body out just a little bit. All right, keep stretched out just a little bit. We are about to run in place as fast as we possibly can. All right, Coach P is going to set another 10-second timer. This time we're pushing our arms and legs as fast as we possibly can get them to go and running in place as fast as we can for 10 seconds. All right, Coach P is setting that timer now. And when I say go, each scholar of Purdue and Tennessee will run in place as fast as they can for 10 seconds. All right, timer set, ready, go. All right, there is the 10-second buzzer. That means we are done. We have 2 buzzers, so that means we are done with our running exercise of the day. Coach P just came off of lunch, so since Coach P's energy, running in place really kills me after lunch because it's like I'm so full and I'm pushing myself to the limit. So tough exercise to do after lunch. All right. Now we are moving on to some wind down exercises, which are needed at this point. All right, we're gonna do 5 forward arm winds, then I'll say backwards, and we'll do 5 backward arm winds. All right, let's get those arms out. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Notice how when I'm doing my arm winds, I'm extending all the way. All right. Make sure you guys are extending all the way. That way you start to feel that burn in your shoulders. All right. Right across. It's like a straight line of burn that you'll feel. All right. So make sure you're stretching out all the way when you're doing those exercises so that you're getting the best results out of them. All right. So we're going to get into our second set of arm winds. Our second set of arm winds. This time around, make sure you're extending all the way. All right. Getting the most out of that exercise. All right. So let's get those arms out. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, great job, Preparation Scholars. We are nearing the end. We have just one more of our 5 daily routine exercise left. Just one more. All right, as you know, that exercise is a upper body wind. We start with our hands on our hip and go into circular motion over and over again till we get to 5. So that's what we're doing right now. Let's get those hands on your hip. Ready, go. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, and 10. All right, give yourself a hand, fifth grade scholars. We have just one more set of upper body ones to do, and we are completely done exercising for today. Like I said, I know it's getting really close to lunchtime. You guys are hungry. You guys are a little bit lethargic, but you guys always turn up that energy when it's time for character and fitness. And Coach P really does appreciate that. I know you guys are doing another great job today. So shout out to Purdue and Tennessee. All right, Coach P is going to take about a second. I'm gonna turn that heat off. I turned the heat on a little earlier because it was a little bit cold in the building, but now it seems like it's gotten extremely hot, especially now since I'm working out. So we don't need that. Plus the noise from the background gives me a hard enough time speaking. All right, so let's get into our last set of exercise for today. All right, our last set of exercise. We're gonna do 10 more upper body lines and be done with exercises for today. All right, get your hands on your hip. Ready, go. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, and 10. All right, we are done. We are done with our daily routine exercises. Great job, fifth grade scholars of Purdue and Tennessee, knocking out our daily routine exercises. All right, you guys are awesome, awesome group. And like always, I truly appreciate your efforts. All right, we are moving on to know your body. All right, we're about to get to know another body part this week. Last week, we learned about the head. We learned that the head was maintained by the skull, reason why we can't smush our head. We learned that our skull is one of the strongest bones on our body. We learned that our skull protects our brain, and we learned that our brain is the most vital part of our body because it allows our body to operate. All right. This week we'll be learning about the neck. All right. We're going to learn the features of the neck. All right. First things first, the neck is the bridge for the head and the torso, which is your body. All right. The only reason how your head is connected to your body, and only reason why your body is connected with your head, is because of the neck. All right. The neck serves as that bridge. That's the first important thing you should know, that what bridges the head and the torso is the neck. All right. The second thing you should need to know is one of the most flexible body parts we have. Right. It can do this. Go around in a circle of motion. We can go this way, this way, this way, this way. We can do it multiple times. We can do that. Some people can look a little further back. So the neck is very, very flexible. That's the second thing you will want to know. All right. The third thing is it works in a high stress environment. Fifth grade scholars might say, Coach P, what do you mean by a high stress environment? Well, it's always doing something, or it's always in an uncomfortable position. For instance, it carries our head about 18 hours of the day, maybe more for you guys who don't sleep a lot. But for me, about 18 hours of the day, I'm up, and because of that, my head is carrying that weight, right? Or even when we're asleep, we're put in awkward positions, right? And we wake up with a crook in our neck. We sleep in a car like this, or we sleep on the wrong side of the bed, they call it, or just not in a comfortable position, and we're keeping our neck in a uh high stress environment. And because of that, the neck becomes sometimes hurt or pain, has a lot of pain in your neck. You ever played a game? You're sitting there playing a game or watch TV, you have to kind of do this, right? Your neck starts to bother you, right? Or you ever read and you got your neck put in place for too long and it starts to hurt you. All right, the neck is always in a high stress environment, so it's good to have some self-care with the neck. Maybe get a massage now and then, maybe do some circle rolls to keep it loosened up, or maybe just a good rubbing every now and then to make sure you're keeping that neck comfortable, because it works in a high stress environment. All right, the last thing you need to know about the neck, it is his most important role in your body is to transfer the information that your brain is sending to the rest of the body. So my fingers wouldn't know to move if my neck wasn't taking the signals from my brain and transferring them to my hands. All right. So to make things pretty clear, if my neck stops working, my fingers does as well. And you might say, wow, that's interesting. Why would my fingers stop working if my neck stops working? Well, my neck no longer can transfer the information from my brain that my brain is sending out. My brain sends out that they want to move these fingers, right? And the neck just transferring that, right? But if the neck is not working, it's not allowed to do that. All right. You see, some people are paralyzed from the neck down. And you say, hmm, what do you have to do to be paralyzed from the neck down? Usually they had some type of neck injury, right? And their neck doesn't perform the same way it used to be. And because of that, they can't move the rest of their bodies because they can't get the signal from their brain, which has to pass through the neck. All right, so sorry, I had a little pause in the video. I'm back. So yeah, just remember that if the neck stops working, the rest of your body will, or everything below it will too. So like those people that you see that's paralyzed, or those people that you see you wonder they sit in a wheelchair. You said they must have some type of leg injury. How do they move, feeling throughout the rest of their body? It's likely a neck injury, and because their neck can't get these signals from their brain throughout the rest of your body, then your body shuts down. We see this a lot, not a lot, but we see this sometimes during sports. People say the most dangerous injury in sports outside of the head, concussion injuries, is the neck injuries, right? Because you can literally risk your rest of your body working if your neck is not working. All right. So that is the four main features of the neck. Remember, the neck is very flexible. Okay. Remember, the neck is the bridge for our head and torso. It's the reason why our head and torso is connected. All right. It's what else do we say? We also said it works in a high stress environment. All right, because it's always working. So we need to make sure we're doing a lot of self care on the neck. All right, maybe doing some head circles with it, getting a massage or just rubbing it. And then the last thing is it the signals our brain sends to our body travels through our neck. All right, very very important because if our neck stop working, then we won't get those signals to our fingers or our feet or our legs, and because of that, we'll be paralyzed from the neck down because our brain still works. Our brain is still sending those signals out, but our neck is not picking up on it and sending it down to the other features in your body. So that is it for our know your body part of the week, which is the neck. Here shortly, I'll be releasing you over to Google Classroom to complete that assignment. Before we do that, we're going to tackle another assignment. All right, let's learn our character trait of the week. All right, this week's character trait is faith. We're talking about faith. Fifth grade scholars, you might say, how does faith has anything to do with someone and their character? Well, just like you have to have faith in people because you can't do everything, right? Let's take a sports example. All right, say I'm a quarterback for an NFL team. Can I throw the football up and run and get it and run for yards and get a touchdown? I mean, I can, but will I be able to when the other team has 11 people? Right? So you have to have faith in other people. All right? And to do that, you have to trust them with something that's vital to you. All right? Like a football, scoring a touchdown is vital to you. Letting that ball go and having faith that your teammate will catch it is something that helps you build character. All right, it allows you to let go and allow other people to come in. So, for instance, like you said, you can't do it makes your life easier as well, right? If you have a lot of people doing a job, 9 times out of 10, that job will be done better when just one person because you likely overwork yourself or tire yourself out. Bonus, a lot of people taking on that job and split up a little bit, and it's a little easier, and it's usually more successful. All right, you think about successful companies like Pepsi, Apple, uh, Xbox, PS4, all these people have a lot of people working in their environment, coming up with ideas, and they're putting it together. They also have faith in one another. All right. So today's exit ticket, Coach P wants to hear about a time when you had faith in someone else. All right. Who was that person? What did you have faith that that person would do, and how did you feel after the situation? All right. As me playing sports, I always have to have faith in my teammates, and every time we would be successful after, I would feel great because someone else was able to show me that they were just as capable of completing something as I was. All right. So we're going over to Google Classroom. All right. Open up another tab. Go over to Google Classroom, click on the fifth grade CE and F classroom. The first thing you want to do is click on the Know Your Body uh, tab, which is labeled 11.9-1110. Open up that. Then you should see a blank Google Doc. Click on that blank Google Doc and fill in all the information we learned today about our necks. All right. Remember, our necks is the bridge for our head to our torso. It is very flexible. It's always in a high stress environment, so it's good to give it a lot of self care and a lot of massaging and rubbing it a lot, keep your neck stable. And then the last thing is it gets the signals from our brain and send it through every body part on the lower end of our bodies. So our feet, legs, toes, hands, elbows, arms, chest, everything. Our neck is sending us signals that from our brain. All right. So those are four important things about the uh, the neck. Write that into that Google Doc, turn that in, and then go over to the exit slip that is labeled 11.9-1110. All right, the exit slip is going to be a 2 to 3 sentence summary talking about faith. Tell me about a time when you have faith in someone. What was that thing that you have faith that they will complete, and how did you feel after that situation was over? All right, you guys are going to have 15 minutes. You probably won't take the whole 15 minutes, but please, 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 Purdue and Tennessee scholars, do the assignment now. All right, that 15-minute time card is going up. My voice will come back on call to dismiss you in 15 minutes. All right, fifth grade scholars. All right, fifth grade scholars of Purdue in Tennessee, your time for your exit slip and know your body part assignment is over. You guys can return to your homeroom teachers. I will see you guys on Wednesday for Tennessee and Thursday for Purdue. Until then, you guys have an awesome, awesome, awesome day. See you guys then. Bye.